Amazing. So I just wanted to ask you what you thought about the Hero of Health cooking course and if it was helpful for you and your health gain and overall mental and physical health at all.
It's very informative, isn't it? And
Yes.
we learnt a lot of things what we never even considered really. So it's opened his eyes to a whole new range of foods and healthy foods as well. So I think it's been very good, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it came at the right time for me. January I got diagnosed with diabetes type 2. I'd already just been given some tablets for blood pressure. I already knew I got fatty liver, which weren't good, and that were rising the alkaline phosphate, and they thought it were my bones, but it ain't, it's my liver. So it were quite worrying that all this stuff were going wrong. And I thought when I come home, well, I'd already been to see a doctor about a dieting or something. Could he help me? Because I'd tried Slimmers World and everything. I was denied an operation on my knee because my BMI was too high. Anyways, it suggested a community programme and everything else, and I knew about Desmond because I worked in NHS, so I asked to go on that. And then all of a sudden I got 3 text messages in a row from doctors about Heroes of Health, and I thought, that sounds so person-centred, which is quite me. And I thought, I got some information about Warner, and I went on Desmond course, which for me, I'm not knocking what people do, but it's too compact. There's not enough time really, and you can't retain all that information at once. So I thought, well, I got this opportunity to come and talk about what you were doing, and I was just blown away really at that very first meeting. It's everything I was looking for. It was a whole package, which is like joined up into it, you know. Instead of having to go to that person for this to that, everything's been in one place, which is so helpful for everybody. I think you build that relationship with people, but it's been delivered. You've got all the research and everything behind you, but it's been delivered in a way that the common people can understand. It's not medical jargon, it's not things. It's been put in simple terms so everybody can soak it in. You know, whatever your level is, you'll pick things up from that. It's been so informative. I felt like there's been a spark go off in my brain, in a sense. And I think in part of that spark, I get emotional. I'm angry at the government. I'm angry with the education I've had that didn't give you any of this information. I mean, people don't want to be sick, they don't want to be taking medications. Why aren't we given this from sort of birth upwards, you know, all this information to keep yourself well? You know, I've learnt so much. I mean, I know my mum used to use lentils and things in cooking because it were early, you know, 50s and everything, but I think I was brought up in that generation where everything changed so fast and everything went processed and fast food. So I've never really learnt some of these skills. So it's a surprise at 66 I've learnt to learned how to cook lentils and everything, and beans from scratch and things like that. But the thing that it's joined up is the information, there's the exercise, there's the community, and there's the cooking and nutritional aspects. And, you know, just learning so much, and it sparked so much off in me. And I want to know more about, you know, gut health and, you know, and herbs and spices and how they enhance your health and everything. It's just been, I'm just at the start of this incredible journey, really. And I'm still trying to soak everything in like a wet sponge, you know, just...
You're amazing students.
It's been fantastic, and I can't recommend it enough to people. And, you know, GPs, patients, everything. You know, and investors maybe even. It's just what the world is waiting for, especially in this country. So that's it.
Thank you, Mary. And Ian, you have had the chance to go on all of our walks as well, and join up the cooking session, and Mary, you have found incredibly Carrie, with whom you then went, Karen, with whom you went swimming. Did you feel that community spirit have actually been able to help you find a friend with your own health level?
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel as bad and embarrassed or useless, maybe. That's the word I'm looking for, because that's how I felt all the time with my osteoarthritis and things.
Yeah.
Things, you know, I try and do things like I tried walks, but I couldn't manage that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've not give up. I've not said I'm not doing it. I found something I can do, like swimming. You know.
There
So
was
I
the
think,
body with you to.
yeah, so I've got a buddy to go swimming with now, you know. So I mean, I will go on my own as well,
Yes.
but it's nice to partner up with people,
Yes.
especially at the beginning when you're not used to going on your own.
Yes, and it's really difficult to take those first steps, but you took them and you found somebody in the community with whom you can continue. But that's why we should be doing movement, so that we can enjoy it with someone, right?
Mm.
And Ian, how did the walks support your health?
Well, it's been brilliant. It just comes natural now,
Mhm.
and there's some really nice people on the walks, and it's nice to have a bit of a chat while you're walking round, and you don't even realise that you're walking even uphill, and it's a nice community spirit. And I look forward to them now. I wouldn't normally look forward to going anywhere for a walk.
I heard that you started jogging too.
Yeah, that was other day. Now I got some music on, and I don't know. I just sort of carried on. I haven't done none since, but this sun doesn't help. But you know, even jogging, I found that quite easy. You know, so in small doses. But
You went twice a week from the beginning of the cooking course, and did you walk before alone or with a group before?
no.
You never walked before.
In fact, I used to drive down the road and see people in a group walking and think that's not my idea of fun. Just
Wow.
you know, being in the car.
So you went from zero walking to twice a week, and now not only are you walking on the walk, but you're also walking to the walk.
Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way. So you know, that's, and we might even progress into doing more walks a week. You know, like with Jeff and that. You know, he goes on these
Long walks.
long walks at
Yes. In the Peak Districts.
Yeah, things like that. I mean, we did used to go, didn't we? In fact, Mary's got proper hiking stick and boots and that.
And when was the last time you guys went to the Peak District hiking?
About
Before.
10 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it must be when
Well-
my knees got too bad. I started cycling after that, but then that had to stop. So.
And what was the baseline of your health before the course, and how do you feel now?
I've got tons more energy. I have. You know, everything we're going by the by and just not doing anything. But now I'm thinking, oh, I'll do that today, and you know, and I'm not falling asleep. Well, sometimes I might nod off a little bit after dinner, but very rare now. It's just continuously awake and I feel alive, really. I think that's the word I'm looking for.
Yes, it's adding more
Motivated.
life into our years, isn't it? Ian, how are you feeling before and after?
Well, before I was getting quite sedentary, you know. In fact, some days I don't even go out of the house, you know. I just like get up and have my breakfast and then just potter around. But like now, we're out and about, aren't we? Unless we went shopping, you know, we might just stay in the house. The only day we'd go out would be like Thursday to a walk around Chesterfield, things like that. But now we're out and about a lot more and feel a lot better. When you've been out and you've done quite a bit, you come home and you feel as if you've accomplished something. You know, there's nothing worse than it coming to bedtime and you've moped about in the house all day. You just feel like you've wasted a day. So yeah, it's been good.
did you you have gone to Slimming World and so on. Do you feel more empowered to optimize your weight through health gain instead of focusing on the
Yeah.
weight and then possibly maybe gaining some health at the end?
Most definitely.
So,
And one of
Yeah.
the things I'm getting back now, which I've never had on any other diet club or dieting myself, is I know when I'm full. And before I didn't have a trigger to say I'm full, I'd just carry on and on and on. So I'd lost that ability at some point
yes.
in my early 20s maybe.
Well, it's not your fault. It's just that the food change that doesn't trigger you anymore. It just allows you to eat a lot, as there's a lot of processed food in everything that we are able to get over the counter. But these whole foods fill you up and give you the trigger. So it's wasn't your fault in your 20s at all. It's just that we changed the food too much, and now you're able to do that. Do you feel that you're a bit lighter in yourself and more bouncy, and feeling more energetic overall?
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
What I was going to say is, what used to annoy me
Mm-hmm.
is when you'd had quite a big meal and you were like really full, and then half an hour later you were feeling hungry again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you think, how is this possible? Whereas, like, when we're eating foods like this, you don't even feel hungry when it's like time for your tea and that. You know, you're still full. So that's quite good.
You're still full.
Yeah.
It's easy to cook. And do you feel that you lost a little bit of weight as well through the last 2 months?
Yeah. I mean, I'm about half a stone lighter. So I've leveled off at the moment. I'm hoping it's gonna, start again. But like I say, if you do a lot of walking, you start building muscle up.
Exactly. So the weight goes up at the same time as well.
Yeah. So at least I'm getting more muscle and less fat, even though I weigh the same, which is a good thing.
Very good. And it's a stable weight loss that optimizes to your health gain. So with your energy going up, you will be able to move more. With your happiness, you will want to move more as well.
Yeah.
And you guys have actually used all three of our services really nicely. The cooking, as you mentioned, is quite comprehensive. Then the online coaching and the walks. What did you feel about this circle of support?
Everything links into everything else, and everything's just there to succeed. Really, is what I'm looking for. Is because, you've got the cooking, learning how to cook different foods maybe that you've not cooked before, how to cook, how to have confidence in changing your diet, and then you've got Sarah, health coach, who still is so helpful in getting you to think about, what things might get in way, or how do you want to change, and getting you to think about it and planning, and just supporting you in general, and yourself and Wendy. If we've got any questions, even on walks, we can come and ask you things. Like, I know you're both doctors and things, but these things that you'd never have time to ask your doctor, which is sad in a sense, but it is what it is. But having that opportunity, it's fantastic. And everything linking together, whether it's walk and talk, coaching, educational bit, and then cooking, and I look forward to Top Tip Fridays.
Yes, Karen's amazing Top Tip Fridays.
Yeah, I'm taking her home.
You're not letting her go. That's amazing. And what is the next chapter awaiting you? How are you looking into the future?
Well, I've actually been continuing to educate myself, because we having dyslexia. It takes me some time to process it. What's the word I'm looking for? Not microbiology. God.
Microbiome.
No.
Immune.
No, let's forget that. We'll just
Metabolic disease.
Yes, that's it. Metabolic.
Yes.
Is interesting me now. I want to learn more about it.
You're a great student.
So I've been getting some books online and learning a bit more. Although this 12 weeks has stopped, I don't want to stop, because it's like sparked something in me.
But the 12 weeks hasn't stopped, because we will always be there for you.
I know,
right?
you will. I know you
Is
will.
that
But
helpful to know that once the course is finished,
Yeah,
you still
yeah,
have
'cause I
the
were
box,
quite
you
sad
still
at
have the
first.
online coaching. Yes,
Mm.
but you will still have Sarah and the community, and you can come back for the cooking as well.
I think we will succeed because I've definitely got a different mindset. I think by week 3, I'd completely emptied my food cupboard and my fridge and chucked just about almost everything out and started afresh. And it's all my beans and everything are in little containers. Everything's labelled up. Everything's, whole foods where I can,
Yes.
I'm starting to wean myself. The only meat I have bought has been chicken and bacon, but
Good.
I had bacon the other day and I didn't quite enjoy it as much.
The gut bacteria
Yeah.
are filled now with all the fiber
Yeah, and there's
and
so
nutrients.
much, and I think I'm enjoying mushrooms so much more. I love mushrooms now. I've never bought as many mushrooms in a week. Yeah, so it's lovely to have that understanding and to make yourself have that variety of stuff and to try new stuff. Yeah.
And Ian, are you looking forward with hope, with positivity into the future, or?
Oh, definitely,
Yeah?
yeah. It's been good, and it can only get better, really.
Amazing. And do you guys recommend the course then to other future patients?
Well, yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
it's one not to be missed. It's one opportunity.
Mary's been
If you
spreading word.
take any in your life, take this opportunity
Mm,
because I can't praise it enough.
thank you. Thank you for giving us hope, doctors. Because we are always told that patients don't want to know. They don't want to change. They don't want to
That's
feel.
a misconception that
Right.
needs to stop right now.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it needs to stop because patients are interested. They just don't know how to help themselves because we're not being educated about it.
That's our job.
And this is perfect. What you're doing is perfect because you're educating us and you're helping us to implement it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.